Hey, how you doing? It's Daddy again, Daddy Abdullah. Listen, we are having fun. I've done 50 videos and what do you call them? YouTube videos, and I've had a lot of fun doing them. It's all about this country right here, mostly. There's some loved ones I have over in Nigeria. You know who you are. And we're having fun. But listen, I don't want you to think it's all going to be boring stuff. We are going to talk about some fun stuff too, such as sex. I know you're wondering, why doesn't Daddy ever talk about sex? Well, I do. I've written 3 sex manuals. I've written 3 sex manuals. So I will talk about sex because it's a very important part of life. It's part of the physical, and it's part of the mental, and it's part of the social, and it's certainly part of the spiritual. And remember, we talk about the mind, the body, the social, the spiritual. This book right here is called Loving Sensual Exchange, the Marriage of Sex, Love, and God. Try to put those 3 together, sex, love, and God. Now on the back, you'll see a picture of me and my wife. No, that's me and my best friend. It was a little bit earlier in life. I'm a little bit older than that now. And no, it wasn't at my wedding. It was at my son's wedding. But listen, I want to tell you something. We will talk about sex. We'll talk about relationships. We'll talk about marriage. It's all in the book. It's all in the great big green book. And that book is called Foundations of Philosophy. And the idea of this book, and that's my dogs right there. And if you don't think they're real live dogs, then look on the floor there. There's the bear right there. In fact, let's see if the bear will shake hands. Lay down, bear. Lay down, lay down, lay down, lay down, lay down. There, give me, shake your hand, shake hands. He's a good boy, yeah, he's a good boy, yeah. Here's the other one. See, there's Teddy. Look, Teddy wants to play with a ball. We like to play. Here. Teddy got the ball. Okay, here's the thing. We're going to talk about sex. We're going to talk about love. We're going to talk about marriage. We're going to talk about those things. Why? Because they're a very important part of life. And if you're going to have a balanced life, you've got to have the mind, the body, the social, and the spiritual. They all got to blend in together. They've all got to be balanced. If you have your sex life's all crazy, you're going to have all kind of problems in every other area of your life. So sex is important, and we're going to be talking about that. So don't think we're skipping over that subject just because we haven't hit on it in the first 50 messages I've given to you. Hey, I love you guys. We'll be talking more about all these kind of things. If you have personal questions for me, you can call or you can text me and we'll talk. I love all of you. Thank you so much for reaching out to Daddy and showing that you care and you love me. I appreciate you so much. Now listen, want you to subscribe to our videos. Want you to like them, make comments, invite your friends to watch. We're growing. We've got over 500 subscribers so far. We're expanding, and the program's going well. Prince is doing a real good job of putting things up. Remember your requirements if you're going to be in the program and you're going to get your funding for your cell phones, which I have the program going for that. And if you're not a part of it already, let me know. We'll get you into it. Maybe. I hope so. But listen, sexually speaking, it's very important to balance that as a part of your life. Too many people call sex a very vital part of life, maybe half of the value of life. It's not. I'd say in a marriage, sex is worth about 3% of the significance of a marriage. So, there's 97% stuff that's not sexual. So you're not having sex all the time. That's just a portion of the picture. Sex is important, yeah. Otherwise, obviously, none of us would be here. We were all emerged onto this planet via the mechanism of sexuality. So that's a very important thing. But we're going to talk about just how it fits into the balanced life picture, so you can see that later. I love you. Daddy loves you very much. I want to be part of your life. I want you to reach out to me as I reach out to you, and give all you can to our program, and mostly, though, give yourself over to God every day. Remember, God was good enough to send a wonderful representative to us. His name was Jesus, and Jesus gave to us a very wonderful example for 33 years. I think he had a very special relationship with Mary Magdalene, but because Jesus was a balanced man, I don't think him and Mary Magdalene were very imbalanced in their lives. I think maybe he was a special, maybe a girlfriend. I don't know. You weren't there. I wasn't there, so we don't know. But if he was having a special relationship with Mary Magdalene, I think they were very spiritually inclined. That's the kind of relationship you want. That's the kind of relationship you have to have. You don't want neglect. You don't want abuse. Neglect and abuse relationships aren't for you. And that's whether you're a boy or a girl, a man or a woman. We're going to talk a lot about sex. I'm not afraid to talk about it. I've written 3 books on it. So let's talk. I love you guys, okay? Daddy Abdullah. Bye-bye. Slave for God. Trying to do what I can to make the world a better place. Bye-bye.